Hello, my name is Oleg. I lost both arms while participating in hostilities in the war in 2014. In this video, I want to share with my comrades my own life experience of adapting after an injury, to show how I cope with ordinary everyday activities. When I returned home from the hospital and faced a lot of difficulties in everyday life, I realized that I needed to adapt to my new life using a prosthesis as little as possible. Of course, each case is individual and each has its own characteristics that require an individual approach. In my case, as it turned out, it's real. It was much more convenient and faster for me to put a nozzle on my arm or take objects with both sides than to put on a large uncomfortable prosthesis. So I came up with the nozzles I needed and redesigned my things for myself. Together with the prosthetist, we made them for me. I wanted to live a full life and not depend on anyone to dress myself, cook and eat food, leave the house, shop in the store, move independently in public transport and by car, these little things. It was very important to me, and I started my new life journey. How to put on socks was shown to me by a guy in the hospital who has been missing both hands since childhood. It was a lot easier to do than I imagined. Wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt, as it turned out, was not a problem, but I also wanted to wear jeans and a shirt about putting on jeans. The main task was to understand how to fasten them. I had to think a little. I tied a lace to the snake of ends for convenience, so that it was possible to take it with two hands and fasten the fly. I replaced the button with a large button. By experimenting and trying different methods, I learned how to fasten a belt, without any additional devices. I also replaced the buttons on the shirt with small, inconspicuous buttons so that I could get dressed without help. To put on a winter jacket on my own, I bought a jacket and a snake that is convenient for me, which I can connect myself. I also tied a lace for easy fastening. As I put on my shoes, I wondered how to tie my shoelaces. When can you just sew on a shoe tongue and put them on with a spoon? To move around the house on my own, I need to take some things, a spoon or fork, a wallet, shoes, a lei, and keys with me. To do this, I use it on a large bag that does not need to be fastened with a zipper. To use cash and bank cards, I picked up a convenient wallet with a clip. To make it easier to get the phone out of my pocket, I purchased a silicone case that grips well with the hand and does not cling to clothes. All my life I have been involved in various sports and wanted to go to the gym like everyone else. Fitness trainers played a big role, helping to determine necessary exercises and ways to work on simulators. In autumn, as it got cold, my stumps were very cold and phantom pains intensified. Sport helped me cope with this. Many years later, I realized that daily gymnastics also helps with phantom pain, which necessarily includes exercises for missing limbs, which I still feel. In my case, it's gymnastics for the fingers and hands. I also tried to use construction and garden tools, which later came in handy in everyday life, hanging a shelf at home or doing some other men's housework. It was also very important to me. All my life I dreamed of driving a car to open and close the tailgate in the car, to shift the gearbox without additional attachments. I picked up a car with knobs and buttons that are comfortable for me. To hold the steering wheel firmly in my hands, I think for a long time that and experimenting, I came to an elementary solution of two small nozzles on the steering wheel. After being wounded, I started a new life, graduated from 2 higher education institutions, married, had children, learned to drive, and even worked in a taxi. Now I am completely independent and do not need outside help. I am very grateful to all the people who helped me go through this difficult path, because they inspired me with their support. Thanks to them, I managed. With this video, I want to show that life goes on after being wounded. I wish my brothers in arms that you will not give up on adaptation to a new life, patience, and good luck under any circumstances.